Jinger Duggar, the beloved reality TV star and author, has always been open about her life journey, from growing up in a large family to navigating motherhood. Recently, she made headlines once again by revealing an unexpected twist before welcoming her baby boy, a deeply personal decision that left fans both surprised and inspired. In this detailed account, we explore how Jinger's latest revelation sheds light on her evolving faith, her approach to parenthood, and the challenges she faced along the way. For those familiar with Jinger's story, it comes as no surprise that she is passionate about sharing her experiences. As one of the 19 children in the Duggar family, she grew up under intense public scrutiny thanks to TLC's *19 Kids and Counting*. Her upbringing was shaped by strict religious beliefs and traditional values, which often put her at odds with mainstream culture. However, over the years, Jinger has charted her own path, embracing change while staying grounded in what matters most to her. In recent months, Jinger announced that she and her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, were expecting their third child, a baby boy, after welcoming two daughters, Felicity and Evangeline. The news brought joy not only to their immediate circle, but also to their loyal fanbase, who have followed their journey closely. But just days before the birth, Jinger revealed something profound. She had undergone baptismal induction, a symbolic act of spiritual renewal, before stepping into this new chapter of motherhood. Baptismal induction, also known simply as baptism or believer's baptism, holds significant meaning within Christian traditions. For many believers, it represents a conscious commitment to live according to biblical teachings and serves as a public declaration of faith. Unlike infant baptisms common in some denominations, believers' baptism typically occurs when individuals are old enough to understand its significance and make their own choice. For Jinger, this step was deeply personal yet universally relatable. She explained in interviews and social media posts that the decision came after months of reflection during her pregnancy. "This season of waiting for our son has been transformative," she shared. "I felt called to reaffirm my faith and dedicate myself fully, not just as a mother but as a follower of Christ." The timing of her baptismal induction added another layer of symbolism. By undergoing this rite shortly before giving birth, Jinger framed it as a preparation not only for meeting her child, but also for guiding him through life with purpose and grace. It became clear that this wasn't merely a ritual, it was a deliberate act of surrender and devotion. Jinger's announcement sparked conversations about the intersection of faith and parenthood. Many parents can relate to the desire to set intentions for raising children in alignment with core values. Yet, few do so with such transparency and vulnerability. Throughout her pregnancy, Jinger openly discussed the emotional highs and lows she experienced. From grappling with fears about being a good mom to finding strength in prayer, she painted a realistic picture of modern motherhood infused with spirituality. Her willingness to share these moments resonated with followers, particularly other moms navigating similar journeys. Her decision to undergo baptismal induction highlighted the importance of introspection during pivotal life transitions. "Parenthood," she noted, "forces you to confront your own shortcomings and seek growth, not just for yourself but for the sake of your children." "I want to lead by example," Jinger said. "If I'm going to teach my kids about love, forgiveness, and perseverance, I need to embody those qualities first." While Jinger's story is inspiring, it hasn't been without its challenges. Pregnancy itself posed physical and emotional hurdles, compounded by the pressures of maintaining a public persona. Critics were quick to question her motives, accusing her of using religion as a performance or seeking attention. Others wondered if her actions stemmed from guilt or doubt rather than genuine conviction. Jinger addressed these criticisms head-on, acknowledging that she doesn't claim perfection. Instead, she emphasized that her faith provides a framework for navigating imperfection. "I mess up all the time," she admitted candidly, "but God's grace covers me, and that's why I keep coming back to Him." Moreover, she opened up about the struggles of balancing tradition with progressiveness. Having distanced herself somewhat from certain aspects of her childhood faith, Jinger now finds herself forging a middle ground, one where she honors her roots while adapting to her evolving worldview. This delicate balance requires constant effort and self-awareness, especially when raising children in today's complex world. Jinger's experience offers valuable lessons for anyone facing major life changes. Whether it's becoming a parent, starting a new job, or embarking on any transformative journey, taking time for self-reflection can be incredibly powerful. For Jinger, baptismal induction served as a reset button, a chance to realign her priorities and recommit to her values. She encouraged others to consider what rituals or practices might hold similar meaning for them. "It doesn't have to look like mine," she said. "Maybe it's journaling, meditating, or simply spending quiet time thinking about your goals. The key is to pause and prepare your heart for whatever lies ahead." Her message extended beyond religious contexts, touching on universal themes of intentionality and mindfulness. In a fast-paced world filled with distractions, Jinger reminded us of the importance of slowing down and focusing on what truly matters. As Jinger welcomed her baby boy into the world, she radiated gratitude and hope. The baptismal induction seemed to infuse her with a renewed sense of purpose, evident in the way she spoke about her role as a mother. "Every day is a gift," she reflected, "and every challenge is an opportunity to grow closer to God and to each other." Fans eagerly awaited updates on the newest addition to the Vuolo family, knowing that his arrival would bring even more stories of love, faith, and resilience. If past experiences are any indication, Jinger will continue to share her journey authentically, inspiring countless others along the way. In conclusion, Jinger Duggar's decision to undergo baptismal induction before welcoming her baby boy showcased her courage, humility, and unwavering commitment to her beliefs. Far from being a mere publicity stunt, it underscored her desire to live intentionally and lead with integrity. Through her openness, she invited us all to reflect on our own paths and consider how we might prepare ourselves for life's greatest adventures. Jinger Duggar Vuolo, a prominent figure from the reality TV show *Counting on *, has often found herself at the center of public attention. As one of the 19 children in the famously large Duggar family, Jinger's life has been under constant scrutiny since her early years on TLC's hit series. Over time, she carved out her own identity separate from her parents and siblings, navigating faith, family dynamics, and personal growth while maintaining a connection to her roots. In recent years, however, discussions about her parenting choices have taken center stage, particularly regarding rumors that she deliberately hides her children's faces due to her daughter being disabled. The speculation began when followers noticed that Jinger and her husband Jeremy Vuolo frequently shared photos or videos of their 3 young daughters, Felicity, Evangeline, and Liberty, but rarely showed their faces clearly. Some social media users speculated that this decision was tied to Felicity, their eldest child, who is rumored to live with an unspecified disability. While these claims circulated widely online, no concrete evidence supported them, leaving fans divided between those defending Jinger's right to privacy and others questioning whether there was more to the story. For many fans of *Counting on * and its spin-offs, Jinger represents a bridge between traditional values and modern sensibilities. Her journey away from some aspects of her upbringing, such as strict courtship rules, into a marriage built on mutual respect and love with Jeremy Vuolo, resonated deeply with viewers. The couple now lives in Texas, where they actively participate in church activities and prioritize raising their daughters within a framework of faith. Yet even amid this seemingly idyllic family life, questions lingered. Why are the girls' faces obscured? Is it merely a protective measure for their safety, or does it relate to something deeper? In response to mounting curiosity, Jinger eventually addressed the topic publicly, Speaking candidly during a podcast appearance, she explained that the decision to shield her children's identities stemmed primarily from concerns over privacy and security rather than any specific health condition. "We want our kids to grow up without feeling like they're constantly being watched," she said. "They deserve to have a normal childhood, free from judgment or pressure." Jinger went on to emphasize how challenging it can be for families in the public eye to strike a balance between sharing moments of joy with supporters and safeguarding their loved ones' well-being. She acknowledged the unique position she occupies as both a former reality star and a mother striving to create a safe environment for her children. By choosing not to post clear images of their faces, Jinger and Jeremy aim to give their daughters the gift of anonymity, a luxury few celebrity offspring enjoy. While Jinger's explanation may satisfy some critics, others remain skeptical. Social media platforms serve as breeding grounds for conspiracy theories, and once a narrative takes hold, it can be difficult to dislodge. For instance, some commenters pointed out that other celebrities managed to share glimpses of their children without compromising their privacy, suggesting that alternative methods could achieve the same goal. Others argued that if Felicity indeed lives with a disability, hiding her face might inadvertently perpetuate stigma rather than combat it. Disability advocates weighed in on the debate, offering nuanced perspectives on the matter. Many emphasized the importance of representation and visibility, arguing that shielding individuals with disabilities from public view reinforces harmful stereotypes. "When we hide people because of who they are, we send a message that there's something wrong with them," said one advocate. "Instead, we should celebrate diversity and normalize differences so everyone feels valued." On the flip side, some parents of children with disabilities expressed understanding toward Jinger's approach. They highlighted the emotional toll that comes with exposing vulnerable family members to potential criticism or ridicule. One mother shared her experience of deciding against posting photos of her son, who has autism, explaining that she feared judgment from strangers who might misinterpret his behavior. "It's exhausting to constantly defend your child," she admitted. "Sometimes, keeping things private feels like the only way to protect them." Jinger herself touched upon this dilemma during her remarks, acknowledging the complexities involved in making such decisions. "I know people will always have opinions, but ultimately, I'm doing what I believe is best for my kids," she stated firmly. "If that means stepping back from sharing certain parts of our lives, then so be it." Despite her efforts to clarify her stance, the conversation surrounding Jinger's parenting choices continues to evolve. Supporters praise her commitment to prioritizing her children's welfare above all else, applauding her willingness to resist societal pressures. Meanwhile, detractors question whether her actions align with broader goals of inclusivity and acceptance. This ongoing discourse reflects larger cultural tensions around issues of privacy, representation, and parental autonomy. Interestingly, Jinger's situation also sheds light on the evolving landscape of influencer culture and the expectations placed on public figures. In today's digital age, audiences demand authenticity and transparency from those they follow, yet simultaneously expect them to maintain boundaries that preserve their humanity. Navigating this paradox requires careful consideration and resilience, especially for individuals like Jinger, whose every move is scrutinized. Looking ahead, it remains unclear whether Jinger will adjust her approach to sharing her family's story. What is certain, however, is that her experiences highlight the delicate interplay between personal convictions and external perceptions. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, her willingness to engage in open dialogue demonstrates a level of vulnerability that deserves recognition. Ultimately, Jinger Duggar's response to the rumors underscores her dedication to creating a nurturing environment for her children. Whether motivated by privacy concerns, safety considerations, or simply a desire to let her daughters define themselves on their own terms, her actions reflect a thoughtful and intentional approach to parenting. And while debates about her choices may persist, her primary focus remains steadfast, ensuring that Felicity, Evangeline, and Liberty grow up surrounded by love, support, and the freedom to embrace their individuality. As the conversation unfolds, one thing becomes increasingly evident. The intersection of fame, family, and disability presents unique challenges that defy easy answers. By addressing these topics head-on, Jinger invites us to reflect on our own assumptions and biases, encouraging a more compassionate understanding of the diverse ways people navigate life's complexities. Through her courage and candor, she reminds us that behind every headline lies a human story worth listening to and respecting. The Duggar family, known for their appearances on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, and later Counting On, has long been a household name in reality television. With their deeply rooted Christian values, traditional lifestyle, and large family size, the Duggars have captured the attention of millions of viewers worldwide. However, behind the carefully curated image of faith, unity, and joy lies a more complex reality, one that includes personal struggles, health challenges, and moments of vulnerability. Recently, one member of this sprawling clan faced a major health crisis that not only tested their resilience, but also shed light on the fragility of life, even within such a seemingly picture-perfect family. At the heart of the Duggar family is Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who raised their 19 children with unwavering devotion to their religious beliefs. Their commitment to homeschooling, modesty, courtship over dating, and strict adherence to biblical principles became central themes of their public persona. Each child was given a name starting with the letter J, symbolizing their dedication to God, Jehovah. From oldest to youngest, Joshua, Jenna, John David, Jill, Jessa, Jinger, Joseph, Josa, Joy Anna, Jedidiah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan Grace, and Baby King. The Duggar siblings grew up sharing responsibilities, supporting each other, and living under the watchful eyes of their parents and cameras. Despite their close-knit bond, the family has faced its share of controversies and hardships over the years. Allegations of abuse involving Josh Duggar rocked the family's foundation, leading to widespread media scrutiny and strained relationships. Yet through it all, they maintained their faith as an anchor, often turning to prayer during difficult times. It is against this backdrop of triumphs and trials that the recent health crisis unfolded, a reminder that no matter how strong one's convictions may be, life can present unforeseen challenges that demand courage and perseverance. The news came unexpectedly, like a sudden storm cloud rolling into what had seemed like a clear sky. One of the Duggar siblings began experiencing troubling symptoms that initially appeared minor but quickly escalated. After several rounds of testing and consultations with specialists, the diagnosis delivered a devastating blow, a serious medical condition requiring immediate intervention. While specific details about the nature of the illness remain private, sources close to the family revealed that it involved significant risks and potential long-term consequences. For a family accustomed to leaning on their faith in times of trouble, this situation felt particularly daunting. The affected sibling, whose identity has been kept confidential out of respect for their privacy, had always been seen as a pillar of strength within the group. Whether helping care for younger siblings, participating in mission trips, or pursuing entrepreneurial ventures, they embodied the spirit of hard work and determination that defines the Duggar legacy. To see them now grappling with something so unpredictable and overwhelming left the entire family reeling. In true Duggar fashion, the family wasted no time coming together to support their loved one. Prayers poured in from across the globe as fans and followers learned of the situation. Social media platforms lit up with messages of encouragement, Bible verses, and heartfelt wishes for healing. For a family that has built its reputation on transparency and connection with their audience, this outpouring of love served as both comfort and motivation during a trying time. Back at home, the Duggars mobilized their resources to ensure their sibling received the best possible care. Michelle and Jim Bob took turns accompanying them to appointments, while others pitched in to manage daily responsibilities. Older siblings coordinated meal deliveries, childcare schedules, and transportation logistics, ensuring that nothing fell through the cracks. Even those who lived farther away made frequent visits to lend emotional support and practical assistance. This collective effort underscored the importance of family unity, a cornerstone of the Duggar ethos. Despite past disagreements and estrangements among some members, this crisis brought everyone back to the table, united by a common goal: to see their loved one restored to health. In many ways, it reaffirmed the belief that blood ties run deep, transcending differences and reminding them of what truly matters. As treatment progressed, the family braced themselves for a roller coaster journey filled with highs and lows. Procedures, medications, and therapies became part of their daily routine, each step bringing hope yet also uncertainty. Medical professionals explained the various scenarios that could unfold, emphasizing the need for patience and resilience. For a family accustomed to planning every detail of their lives according to their faith, this lack of control proved challenging. Throughout the process, the Duggars leaned heavily on their spiritual foundation. Prayer meetings became a regular occurrence, with extended family members, friends, and church congregants joining in intercession. Scripture readings provided solace, offering reminders of God's promises and sovereignty. Songs of worship echoed through their home, lifting spirits and fostering a sense of peace amidst chaos. Yet, there were moments when doubt crept in. Questions lingered about why such a trial had befallen them. Was it a test of faith, a chance to grow closer to God, or simply a random twist of fate? These reflections prompted deeper conversations about the nature of suffering and the role of divine providence in human affairs. While answers remained elusive, the act of wrestling with these questions brought clarity and renewed purpose. Facing a major health crisis forced the Duggar family to confront aspects of life they might otherwise have taken for granted. It highlighted the impermanence of physical well-being and the need to cherish every moment with loved ones. Relationships were strengthened as walls came down and vulnerabilities were shared openly. There was a newfound appreciation for simple pleasures, shared meals, laughter-filled evenings, and quiet moments of reflection. Moreover, the experience deepened their empathy for others navigating similar struggles. Having walked in the shoes of caregivers and patients alike, they gained insight into the emotional toll such situations can take. This understanding inspired acts of kindness beyond their immediate circle, as they reached out to support others facing health challenges or financial burdens. On a personal level, the affected sibling emerged from the ordeal with a transformed perspective. Gratitude replaced fear, and a desire to live intentionally overshadowed former anxieties about the future. They expressed a renewed passion for serving others, whether through volunteer work, mentoring younger family members, or advocating for causes related to their condition. In doing so, they exemplified the Duggar family's enduring commitment to making a positive impact on the world around them. Though the road ahead remains uncertain, the Duggar family approaches it with cautious optimism. Regular checkups and follow-up care continue to be priorities, ensuring that any signs of relapse are caught early. At the same time, they strive to maintain balance, prioritizing mental and emotional health alongside physical recovery. Their story serves as a powerful testament to the strength of faith, community, and familial bonds. It reminds us that even in our darkest hours, we are never alone, that there is always hope, even when circumstances seem bleak. By choosing to face adversity head-on and leaning into their values, the Duggars have shown us that resilience is not just about enduring hardship, but emerging stronger and wiser because of it. As they move forward, the Duggar family carries with them the lessons learned and the love received during this chapter of their lives. They remain committed to honoring their faith, nurturing their relationships, and embracing whatever comes next with grace and determination. For fans and critics alike, their journey offers a poignant reminder that behind every headline is a human story, one marked by struggle, triumph, and the enduring power of hope.